Dyson Sphere Program. So my plan for the day is to make even more of a mess of my market area here. Because I have a number of things that are useful that I'm missing. So my basic plan is just to try and get those squeezed in here somewhere in a way that makes sense. That might be stretching it a bit though. Get it in there, at least. Optional is whether it's actually in a good manner or not. First, I'm just trying to manually sort out my inventory a little bit. Trying and failing, I might add. Hey, Iron. How are you today? My throat, for some reason, is croaky today, but I don't know why. I'm afraid you'll just have to deal with it. Right, those don't go anywhere. So I've got a load of stuff that I can't actually dump off because it doesn't have anywhere to go. Which is also a bit annoying. But I don't think I can be bothered to sort that out right at this moment. I'm also entirely, well, not entirely because I picked some up, but mostly out of conveyor belts because I'd forgotten that at the end of last session I was off on my other world trying to increase silicon production. And I managed to use up all of my conveyor belts in that attempt. So I think what I should also do is try and add some automatic restocking. Because then I will just, automatically get a good supply of all the basics that I need whenever I'm around this area. So yeah, I made myself, because you know what my memory's like, I've made myself a little list of things that I'm missing, and hopefully none of those things are actually hiding in here somewhere and it's just so much of a mess that I don't know where they are. So we'll see on that front, I guess. So yeah, I did add that just at the end of last session. So I need to build some logistics drones because I was making them over there. I'm pointing with my mouse. But I've basically disconnected all of the free stuff, so it's not getting any engines or iron anymore. So it's not actually making me any drones. So let's get that sorted. I should be making engines over here, I think, somewhere, maybe. Why is everything such a mess? I don't appear to be making engines, actually. Doing great. Only 8 stacks of glass away from completing the map platform. Got all the glass you need. That's good. Because resource gathering can really delay projects in Minecraft and other games, I guess. So yeah, that's good. And you're still able to speak in full sentences, so I'm impressed with your fortitude at placing goodness knows how many stacks of glass down. So I think, yeah, this needs engines. The lazy part of me says that I could just take engines out of here and send them over to my market. The sensible part of me says that that's bad because if I want to move this or scale it up, then I'm breaking my market. And I would kind of like the market to be independent. There are some things that I'm going to have to ship in. So, for example, when I make... Where are we? These little jobbies, the advanced mining machines, they need like the quantum chips and stuff. And there was another one. Yeah, these assembly machines need broadband and quantum chips, and that's just a bit too much of a faff to do in this area. Oh, I am making solar panels. Are they going anywhere? No. Okay. Oh, what was I thinking? So, yeah, I've managed to squeeze solar panels in here, but 10 solar panels is really not going to generate a whole lot of power. So I'm not sure why I did it like that. Let's see if I can actually connect it up. That's not going to work. Or is it? Can I get it to go around the corner? Yep. Not quite, not like that. No, okay. So yeah, I was hoping that I could just piggyback it into that depot here, which wouldn't be ideal. The entire platform takes 256 stacks of material. Yeah. That's big. So I'm assuming you've gone for quite a high resolution on your map there. If I was smart, I could just divide it by chunk size, but I'm not smart. Well, occasionally I'm smart. Most of the time, I'm just lazy. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is snake these around here and have a little depot here for solar panels. Let's do one more there and then raise this up. So I can come out like this. 8 chunks by 8 chunks. That's a standard small map size, isn't it? If I remember correctly from my mapping adventures. Yeah, I guess you just need a lot of blocks then. Are you planning to do carpet for the colouring so that it's easier to remove? Or are you just going to do everything in full blocks? Let's get rid of those sorters and add in my own. Except it doesn't want to let me. I put it too close to absolutely everything. I might need to move this. That might not work. There's going to be a lot of spaghetti today. Okay. I think these stacked to 50 in here. So like 150 solar panels should be a decent amount. Hopefully. So yeah, that's just gonna tick away there. So I can tick off solar panels from my list. And go back to drones. Right, I am moving engines into this storage system. I should probably do that slightly differently. So the engines were being flown somewhere. Definitely using carpets. No way you're removing so many blocks by hand. No. I mean, I guess with wool, because it is fairly easy to regenerate, you could just burn it. You could just place it and then burn it all down. Although maybe that's me channeling your mania from placing so many blocks. Right, apparently I already destroyed this depot that I had collecting engines. Yeah, so let's destroy as well this little... Okay, we've just got iron going nowhere. And... iron going nowhere that comes from nowhere. That's perfect. Yeah, great. Are you meant to be doing something? You're building some of those. Okay, so I think I'm going to be destroying that as well. Yep. Finally getting around to tidying up some of this junk that I've got going on. So yeah, I can delete all of this. I want to make sure I don't delete that because that's for an achievement. Although it looks like I can't do it with the destruction tool anyway. Destroy that. And then apparently I've just got random processors lying around all over the shop. Did I really have 800 crystalline components in there? That seems like a lot. Where are you going? I have no idea where these microchips were off to. They were on a little journey. Oh, they're... Okay, they are actually... What? I don't know what's going on. Okay, yeah, that is an output line. Okay. That's what happens when I hurry things and then don't tidy up after myself. I just end up with an absolutely giant mess. I think this is probably from the missiles where I move those. Okay, so I do still need these because these microchips are feeding into my solar sail? Yeah, solar sail production. Why do you not have any iron coming through? Because that's going to be an issue. Ooh. Dyson Sphere Stress Limit! Woo! So I might be able to actually design a Dyson Sphere now. Yeah, it's going to be very small. But we do have enough room to actually place down some nodes now. So that's exciting. How does it look if I go geodesic? Maybe I can do it. Because I like this pattern a lot more than the boring normal grid line. But obviously it's not quite as efficient, I'm going to say, because we're missing that. Can I hide these in editor? There we go. And hide the view of my solar sails. Right, we'll come back to that later. What I need to do now is work out why I'm not getting enough iron in there. Where are you even? Okay, so I've got okay. So this iron thing and that iron thing. Yeah, basically I've just not got enough iron coming through. Iron, not iron. Do I have any unutilized iron on this planet? I think, looking at this, I think I'm going to have to start shipping from off-world fairly soon, because there's probably my turbines chewing through most of that. Oh, right, you're just both sharing that one node, are you? Fair enough. And this is going to my market. Even the marketplace is struggling with iron. Okay, so these two are at a standstill. Okay, yeah, so this one is feeding that singular smelter there. And this one is just chucking into there. So I can then use this to send iron to over here somewhere. If I have a free planetary logistics station, that would be great. I guess I could send it here to interstellar logistics. Okay, just watching all of our silicon tick away as well. That's always fun. I think soon I'm going to have to set up a planet to make turbines and processors on. Because it's being a little troublesome. Okay, so iron flow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it here because I am rapidly running out of iron. So I will need to do remote delivery at some point soon. Okay, so insufficient logistics drains. Okay. That's a problem for later as well. Although I thought I had actually started making these. maybe that's just wishful thinking. So, yeah. I did add, before I left that planet, I did add a load more silicon smelting with just a mess of whatever conveyor belts I had left in my inventory. Okay. That has a number of logistics drains attached to it now, so we get some iron ore in there. And then... Okay, so that is actually, that's an overflow thing. Yeah, I'm not loving this setup that I've got here. It is, even by my standards, a giant mess. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is delete this route, which should hopefully improve iron flow in that direction. And then, yep, it will use up this iron first, and then start taking from the logistics station. And then hopefully this will flood in here. Okay, that's silicon going in there, is it? Yeah, I'm somewhat concerned about this. Here, it looks all... yeah, maybe it's alright. Okay, ignore that. I think I have solved that issue, but I am going to head over here because this is just not really worth it. So I'm going to do a little overflow here as well. Welcome back. So I need a splitter. And then that's going to be my priority output. But now I can actually do any overflow iron going like that. Maybe I should speed this up. So let's upgrade some conveyor belts as well. Yep. Cool. So this is actually mining now rather than being stuck, because this needs probably very little. Yeah, this needs one every 4 seconds. So that's not really making the best use of those resources that I have. This seems to have started flowing all right now. How's power doing? Could be better on the power front, I feel. We'll see. I think that's not going to be a problem until the dark fog attack. Have I seen the autumn drop for Minecraft? No, I have not. I saw that someone had made a video about it. Probably quite a few people have made a video about it. But I didn't actually look at any details there. I'm confused about why I decided that that was the best spot for that. Never mind. I'm sure I had a reason. All right. So, what's wrong with you? Okay. Is this causing me trouble? Okay, it doesn't look like that is causing me trouble, but I think it would be a good idea just to add one more, because knowing me, I'm gonna add something else that needs these and not realize that I'm running like super low on production. Okay, so we've just kept that flowing nicely. So yes, back to drones. So I need actual engines rather than all of these gubbins thrusters, reinforced thrusters. That's more reinforced thrusters there. Wow, that's full of the reinforced thrusters. I don't know why I thought I needed that many. And they're just going into storage. They're not coming out of storage again. Okay, I have no idea what my thinking was there. But I don't think I need a full depot full of reinforced thrusters. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll find out what I thought I needed to do with those. No wonder I've been burning 3 turbines. Right, back. I'm gonna say back on track, but I've already forgotten where I was gonna go. Microcrystalline components. I don't think I have an actual chest full of these. Depot. No, I don't. But if I remember right, I need them for some of these prototype stuff, maybe? Maybe not. I'm sure there was something else. I could just look at this. If I click on that, it'll tell me what I need it for. Okay, it's used in the spray coater and in the analysis base. They're adding lore to the game. Ooh. Like actual lore rather than just what people make up out of their own brains. And then everyone accepts it as the way it is. That's interesting. So is there going to be some sort of story? Have they... Maybe the question... Adding campsites, over 8,000 variants, ooh, and spawns almost all the overworld biomes. Camps built by wandering traders, nice. Do you know if they're planning to have anything... Oh, let's not dump all those in. Anything like books or stuff like that that kind of explains it when you find it? Or is it just going to be a case of, is this random thing? Congrats. And then you only know it's wandering traders who built it if you read the patch notes. Right. Sorry, I just realized I had 2 missiles. Oh, where are you going? Ah, in here. I want to get rid of these 2 missiles. Right, why are we not making enough? Not that it matters. Okay, that's just the speed it goes at, apparently. But this should be filling up nicely, so I'm not worried about increasing production. Let's focus on the important things. Can you imagine if that day actually came, where I did focus on the important things, and I was just like locked in? It's just like, this is what I'm going to achieve, and then that's what I do. You'd probably think that I've been replaced by an alien or an AI or something. Alright. So yeah, I need those for the spray coaters. What else do I need for spray coaters? The spray coater is on my list. It's rather further down, but considering that I've got so many of these in my inventory, I sort of want to get rid of them. Where are you? Spray coaters. Right, you need a load of really random stuff. Steel, these plasma exciters, and circuit boards. Okay, so the microcrystalline components and the plasma exciters are around here. I've got steel here. And then I do have these circuit boards snaking around the place. So I think this sort of area is going to be a tight squeeze, but I think this sort of area is where I want to try and put those. So I think first up, let's have a depot that I can try and... that's not going to... I try to work out how I can get out of here. I don't think I can. I think I'm going to have to destroy some of this conveyor belt and raise it up again. Raise it up earlier. 3. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be messy, but it works, so I don't care. Adding dappled forests, poplar trees with grey wood. I mean, good for building variety, I guess. I want blue wood, but not like the warped wood, like a more of a cooler blue rather than a greeny blue. Great, 3 colours of leaves, red, orange, and yellow. Nice. Yeah, I think you mentioned at least the different leaf colours to me before. I do not want an absolute ton of microcrystalline processors because they stack to 200 and I've already got a bunch of them, so let's not overproduce these. So I need to get the steel to come around. I've got that there. Then the microcrystalline components. Okay. So let's get one of these. Yes, I'm in the sort of mood where I might sing along with the music. Or just do random humming. So, I am making spray coaters. I'm fairly confident I don't have these anywhere else because they need such a random assortment of materials. I don't think I would have been bothered to do it before. Okay, let's get this steel to come around here. And down there. And then these can come down, and then I just need to get some circuit boards around. And of course, I need a power pole. It's just out of range of those. Okay, fine. Can I deselect that power pole? I'll have to close it. Alright. No! No, don't do this to me! The grid. Oh, the grid is destroying me. Oh. Okay, maybe I can move this depot, I'm hoping. I really... Yeah. I need to get these out of there. Okay, so let's destroy that and hope that I can put it... collide with another object. Okay, is that going to be... It doesn't matter if it's too far because I can do something else janky. It's all fine. Let's set that a bit higher. I do like my foundation. Oh. Don't know why, but sometimes when I click on stuff, it doesn't actually click properly. Right. That's actually... I feel like I've made that worse. Oh no, okay, I have fixed it, just. Can I attach a thingy to there? Probably not, no. But I should be able to go along this way now. Yes, that works. Cool. One more thing to go then. Right, where are my circuit boards? Yep, that's just apple forest still. That is fine. Okay, so I could bring circuit boards off of this junction here, or I could attempt to branch off of here and go up and over and round and make a complete mess. Which is probably what I'm going to do, but what I really should do is get some more technology going. Let's just pause the game for a minute. And have a drink. And then see what I want to queue. So, I did that vertical launch silo. Okay, so this is increasing the buildable area of my Dyson Sphere And we've just got different levels here. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to key that up straight up. Allow ray receiver to consume graviton lens to increase max output power. I don't really care about that right at the moment. And then these are all my defenses. I finally realized what this is good for. And I think that is probably late game when you've depleted all of the oil that ever existed in your galaxy. And then you could just cycle refined fuel into more refined fuel. But again, I'm not actually bothered about that. Do I want to unlock the destroyer? And the answer is, of course I do. It's a destroyer. Why wouldn't I want to? Yes, I would love to have a medium-sized warship. I don't know why I've got a lack of research materials, because I'm making all of these types of science. Okay, I'm going to have to go and work out what's wrong with that in a minute. But I do just want to queue some more stuff. More things. Right, let's in-queue this as well, because then I can see the entire galaxy. I can't get there because my power is rubbish, but I can actually see it at least. So I want to in-queue recovery speed. Yep, give me that. Drive engine, max warp speed, consume massive amounts of energy. Yeah, I don't think I want to improve my warp speed just yet because my energy levels are not great. Okay, I can't do that yet because we don't have access to white science. It's mine though. It's my destroyer, which means it's good. Yeah, let's go faster. Gotta go fast. I mean, kind of what I tend to do is just like start, when I don't know what to queue, I just start queuing stuff that doesn't need the highest tier of science that I've unlocked. Because I feel like those are things that I should already have made. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, see, this one's all the way back on yellow science, and that was ages ago. Drive engine, drone flight speed, that's kind of handy, actually. Right, I think maybe I can queue one more. I don't really care about this. I probably should. Dyson nodes can absorb, so that might be useful to get. But anyway, my queue is full. Let's go and see why I'm not researching destroyers. While we're getting distracted. Oops. I need a marker, like I've got for the marker, I need a marker for... This is where your main base is. I could look at the map. Look at how built up the planet's looking as well. That's pretty cool. What was I after? Research. Right. What is wrong with you? Nothing. It was complaining all that time. And now it's like, oh no, actually, everything's fine. Maybe come all the way over here. For nothing, although we can admire how pretty it looks. All the little lights going up. Okay, slight aside. What a shocker. I would love to build one of these research towers in Minecraft. It would have to be like massive scale. But can you imagine if you had like farms in here? So you had like a little pod with a wheat farm or a cactus farm or that, and then just have like glass and lights going up the sides. Maybe one of these could be how you get up and down. I just think it'd look cool. But I played around trying to design one, but because of the shape of it, it's kind of tricky, so never got it to a stage where I was like, oh, that's good, I can build it in survival. But one day I'll come back to it. But yeah, I just love these little research towers. I think they look really cool. Anyway, yeah, actually just generally, I like the models in this game. Probably because they've got lots of pretty lights on them. Okay, spray cases. Right, you are an intermediary. That's fine. let's have a little depot down. Spray coaters. And I only need one stack of spray coaters at a time, I feel. What's wrong with you now? Oh, you don't have circuit boards. That's what's wrong with you. Because I got distracted. Of course. Okay, first up, let's see if I can actually... No, I don't want a sorter. I want a conveyor belt. But I don't think it's gonna let me do this. Endpoint must be horizontal. Are you not horizontal? Okay, that's horizontal. Okay, so I'm gonna snake this over the steel. What are you doing there? That looks bad. Oh no, it's fine. I thought it was gonna clash with this graphene, but it's all good. Everything is fine, and this is definitely how you should lay out your factories in this game. Right, let's see if I can get this down to the ground. Probably if I delete that, I think it might let me do it. Yeah. Okay, and now I can snake it around the side. Perfect. And then you can go in there. And now we can make some spray coaters, because I should really be doing more with the proliferation. I'm only doing the rank 2 proliferating, but now that I've got the fire ice stuff, I could make rank 3 pretty easily. And then that increases production, so it makes everything more efficient. The question is, do I want to go and do that now? Do I want to get distracted? Again? Probably. Because of the rate that I'm burning through resources on this planet. If I can make things more efficient. Why were you crouching down? I didn't ask you to do that. Okay. Another distraction. It's just that kind of, the stream is about my market, but basically the stream is me doing odd jobs in my world. Okay. Hopefully this is still flowing. Yeah. These look good. Right, proliferation is going on over here. So we've got normal proliferator, Mark II proliferator. So what I want to do is set up Mark III proliferating here. And then destroy that. So get rid of you. Biggest best feature of the drop. Adding walls, stairs and slabs. You already told me about that. It is cool though. It'll be nice to have like those options in the bright colours. Okay, I need to get some tubes. Can't quite remember what they're called at the moment. Tubes! Look, I have tubes. Carbon nanotube. So I was mostly correct. So I can actually just pull them straight out of here, which is nice. That wasn't planned, but I'll take it. I still want concrete though. I don't know, it was like just after they announced it. I think you sent me a short that someone had done on it. Can't remember his name, but he's very high energy. I want to say Silent Whisper, but that could be incorrect. Okay, so we're now Mark III proliferating. That word is kind of hard to say. At least for me. And then I should just check that all of my research stuff is being proliferated. Okay, we I was going to say we have an issue, but we don't because I have extra hydrogen coming from elsewhere. So that's actually not a problem that we're full of fuel, because this is making sure we're getting all the hydrogen that I'll ever need. Right. You are being proliferated. I can't remember if I can proliferate this stuff. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So when I start making white science, you make white science by combining the power of all the other sciences. So when I do that, I'll want to proliferate these, but at the moment it doesn't actually serve a purpose, so I won't bother. Yeah, just check my towers. Are you being... Yeah, this is being proliferated, but just in a really awkward manner. And then this is getting proliferated. Okay. You're not being proliferated, and maybe you should be. Because even though it's basic materials, I am, as you saw earlier in the stream, starting to run out of stuff like iron. So maybe it would be a good idea to proliferate this. I'm just not entirely sure where I'm gonna find room to do that. Silent Whisperer, got one of the best wool farms. Ooh, interesting. So is he a Bedrock player mostly? Or is it just a wool farm that works with either? Okay, so I could put... Yeah, I can put that in there, but then I can't put it in there. Destroyer. Right, I'm going to have to go and make some of those, because they sound cool. How do I get more room in my space fleet? That's something that I need to work out. So, quick research break. Pause. What? No, oh, no. Pause. There we go. Pick the right pause. Okay, how do I increase my space fleet? Space fleet expansion. Unlock space fleet slots +4. Each of Icarus's space fleets can accommodate more warships. More warships! That's what we need. That's what I need in my life. As long as they belong to me and not the enemy. Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth proliferating these. There we go. Okay. Made a nice little bridge, and then I need to straighten this out so that I can actually fit a spray coater on there. And what I might do is a kind of overflow system, potentially. So if I've got excess spray coater material, or proliferator, as the actual word is, I can send it off to maybe my turbine factory. Okay. Lack item, that's fine. Yep. Because it would be useful to proliferate all the stuff going in here as well, although it's... Where it's such a mess, that might be tricky to do. I could at least proliferate the silicon, which is being chewed through at an alarming rate. Or is it? What is... Okay. I'm getting confused. What is actually completely empty? Okay. I think we just got a delivery of silicon. Okay. So, yep, he is Bedrock person. Got a sand jeep and wool farm using laser chunks. Oh, yeah. I know about laser chunks. 5 stacks of sand in about 2 seconds. Was that on the server or was that on your own world? Okay, yeah, I still seem to have a little bit of a throughput issue with this silicon. But I'm going to check my stats and see if I am actually making enough now. Capricorn system, silicon. Okay. Production rate, consumption rate. So I am making more than I'm using, but just barely. And it looks like if everything is using it, then I'm not making enough. I am mining enough, which is good. Okay, so I think the silicon should just hopefully even itself out over time. And end rate, yeah. I wonder if that's broken the Java end gateway Sandjeeper as well. That would make me sad. At least until someone else designs one. Okay. So hopefully silicon is gonna even itself out. I can't. Oh yeah, maybe not. Because these are out of microcrystalline processors. Oh, we'll see. It should theoretically catch up at some point. Right. I needed to go and grab a spray coater. And then I needed to sort out my proliferation. I can grab 50 spray coaters. That should keep me going for a while. All right. Keep a check on this sort of stuff. I think we're doing all right. Hopefully. Right. Where was I? Yeah, what I should probably do is try and have more like a central input line for various things over there. Alright. So that goes off into a dead end, so I can't really grab from there easily. Look. Look at this proliferation just snaking around. Okay, I do have a splitter here, but I'm not sure that's going to be overly useful to me. Unless I maybe like take it out there and loop it up, and then I could take it off here to go around this way. Potentially. Yeah, that's the wrong way around. So what I've done there is the holes don't match up. So that wouldn't be very useful. There we go. Okay, so I just need to get proliferator in there. From somewhere. I guess I could put another splitter here. Probably. Might be the way to go about it. Yeah, let's do up a level. Cool. And then I need to be at down level. How are we getting over there? Not like that. Definitely not like that. Okay. Okay, that's up one. Is that going to be enough? Yeah. Okay, we can. This is, as usual, a bit messy. That's the way it sort of snakes over this. But anyway, now we're proliferating everything, even though this is full. And then... yeah, we are making the upgraded proliferator, but it's just going slowly. At some point I should probably check this, but kind of these tanks fill up and then it doesn't actually get used that quickly. So it's probably fine, is what I'm going to say. What are you out of? You don't have enough... You don't have enough diamonds, so you're getting sad. Why don't you have enough diamonds? Because you don't have enough... thingamabob. What if I delete that? You don't have enough coal. Do you have enough coal now? I mean, I think what I should just do is gather more coal. Might need to put a foundation down. Foundation required, yep. Oh, I didn't mean to right click there. See how many of these I can cover. I want to make sure that I get the one on the end for sure. I'd really like to get that one there as well. Oh, that... get out my way. I'm trying to see. Okay, that does it. Yeah. That's good. Okay. You don't have any power, but that is a fixable issue. And then... I wonder why I never have any conveyor belts. Couldn't possibly be because of this sort of stuff. Not at all. Okay, so it should prioritize taking from this gatherer. Yeah. Okay. So now that should be getting enough coal through. Did I actually... Okay, so I do actually have kimberlite ore coming through, so possibly what I should do is start using that kimberlite ore. Oh gosh, I've just got distracted again. Okay. Let's have a look at what I actually need. So this needs coal. And then those are going off random places to make plastic. Okay. How am I doing? Okay, I've got 8 million coal. So I guess it's not overly urgent. As long as this is actually being made fast enough, which it's not quite. Okay, so that's 1 every 30 seconds. That is also apparently 1 every 30 seconds, but for whatever reason it's not quite quick enough. Lack of materials. Oh. That's because I needed 2 diamond thingies per... Because that needs 1 every second, and this is making 1 every 2 seconds, so... Yeah. That is not great. So I think what I want to do... is... not make such a mess of everything. But that's impossible for me, so... Oh well. Yeah, I think I want to replace this diamond production with kimberlite ore. Because we've got plenty. And then I can do a little splitter off here, and then I can send diamonds over this way. Back on your hardcore world arc. Ooh. All iron, a cow. Very nice. Berry bushes as your main food source. Berry bushes? 2 wolves. Good luck. I hope you don't die. Don't fall in a pit of zombies. Don't fall in lava. Don't get blown up by a creeper. Anyway. So I will want to add another one of these in. But first, let's change the recipe. So I'm making special kimberlite ore. And yeah, I want to get rid of that. Put that there. And then I can do a little output, output. Though I guess it kind of would make more sense to have the input on this side and then the output coming along there maybe. Except I put this in the way. What do I want to do? Maybe I will move these. So I'm going to move these over slightly. Okay, so that is now output. And that's going to be my input line. I don't have enough room there. Okay, fair enough. It's easy enough to copy. I should probably do this before I start running out of diamonds. Although it looks like, by the rate, it looks like I'm doing alright. World Seed is crazy. It's one of the biggest spruce forests that sits on a great big cliff face. Smallest frozen ocean and plains biome you've ever seen. Yeah, world generation is weird sometimes in Minecraft. How many of these do I need? One every 1.5 seconds. Oh, this does actually, it makes double the amount, so that's good. So if I stick 3 of these down, then I will definitely have enough production. And then I just need to delete this final one there. And then, yeah, extend this out a little bit. Ta-da! Okay, so now I want a splitter. Thank you. Ooh, that's tight. It's fine. I'll make it work. Or not. I think that was colliding with the conveyor belt. Come on. It looks like you were going to let me place it down. Yeah. There we go. So now I just need to feed that in there. Feed that out of there. Yes, good. Thank you. Delete that. Okay, so now I can set this as priority output to make sure that I've always got my science going. Because the proliferator does get held in the storage tanks, so it's not too much of a worry. And then, yeah, the other diamonds need to come here. And now I'm making far too much of this stuff, but I don't really care. Okay, up one. Are you gonna... No, you're not gonna clash, thank you. Very nice, I like it. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is get it to go up there. Then back to ground level, please. Okay, yeah, the next question is, am I feeding this enough diamonds? And it looks like I am. I feel like maybe I should upgrade this just because there might be some weird clock thing going on. Okay. So I need one of these greens per second, and I'm making one of these greens per second, so that's good. Cool. Okay. So this proliferator should be going at proper rate now. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned about how quickly this is going to fill up or not. Oh, okay. Each item of proliferator has a lot more than one proliferator in it, which is good. I was worried that each of these was only one. Okay, I'm just following on its journey. Right. Feels like you're living next to the far lands. Giant cliff faces, big cave openings. Lanes are split between 2 islands. Interesting. Yeah, connect and build your base with your starter farms. Very nice. Yeah, got some good scenery around you then. Right. Okay, yeah. So everything is still full of the... Oh no, this one has run out and is actually using the upgraded proliferator now. I'm not entirely sure how it calculates this. I think every now and again it might give me an extra product. But eventually both of these will have the Mark II, Mark III even, proliferator going. Alright. So yeah, what I could do is an overflow system here, but I think actually hooking it up over there would be quite annoying. So I'm just not going to bother. Right, are you happy? What's wrong with you? You don't have enough silicon. What's wrong with you? You are overflowing, that's fine. Okay. Do you not have enough silicon because I'm not sending enough silicon? Is that your problem? Not that it's going to talk to me and tell me. Right, I need... 2, 4, 6, 8. So I need 1 silicon crystal per second, and I'm making 1 silicon crystal per second, question mark. What I should do is use fractal silicon instead, but I don't think I set up a miner for that. No. Do I have fractal silicon somewhere? Probably be useful if I actually search for it. Fractal silicon, entire star cluster. No. Okay, so I'm not mining that. And have a little look, see if I do have any lying around. Hopefully the hive is behaving themselves. I mean, I was just on that planet and it was fine, so I'm assuming everything's okay. Okay, no fractal silicon there. Canum venaticorum. No fractal silicon there. Alright. So yeah, there's a ton actually in this star system, but I feel like, yep, I feel like this one has a load of hive in it, which is probably why I didn't go there. How are you looking? Fire ice, that's not useful. Fractal silicon view. Okay, so Crucis does have fractal silicon. I don't think I'm gonna go there today. Is that the one that I was just looking at? Yeah, that's the one I was just looking at that had loads of hive around it. Organic crystal, which I think I'm mining somewhere else already. Okay, so Crucis is my closest place. Ooh, zoomed in on the actual planet, not the star. That's fine. So yeah, maybe at some point I want to swap that over. Look at all that iron. Yeah, maybe when I run out of iron ore, that's where I'll go to start plundering lava ocean, so I can put down some geothermals. Anyway. Stop shopping for resources on planets. And just check. So that's, yeah, that's still sad. But yeah, I think it's probably just a silicon supply issue that I've got going on. But I can't really speed that up any. Because there's only a certain number of logistics vessels that I have. I'm pretty sure this is full. If I try and add more... No, all slots full. I guess I could add space warpers. Maybe. Maybe. How far? I think it's not within the... I think it's close enough that it shouldn't be using those. Yeah, it's only 2 AU and the default setting is 12 AU. So I could make it use space warpers. But I'm just... The number of trips it does, I'm not sure that would be an actual benefit to doing that. I think what I really need to do is just move... Get out of that view for a start. Get out of planetary view. I think what I need to do is move processor production off world to somewhere that has a load of silicon. But that's not a project for today. And if I remember correctly, we are going back in map view for a minute. If I remember correctly, this planet, which is absolutely full of the hive. Hello. You seem to have some sort of skin condition going on. Oh, actually, it's quite low on iron. I would need to send iron ore over there, but it's got a load of copper and it's got a load of silicon. And both of those are necessary to make processors. So I think at some point this will be on my list of things to do, is to set up processor production here, but I'm going to have to take out all of these relay stations first. So that's going to be a very noisy stream with lots of explosions going on. But yeah, I think that's the best idea. And then, yeah, this has got some iron ore, but it's not like a ton. That has a ton of iron ore. Okay. And where was the other one? Ionoska somewhere? There we go. Iota. That's also got a fairly decent amount. Right. I think, yeah, Canum Venticorum, I will start mining some iron from there at some point as well. Soonish. Before I completely run out of iron ore. Because we're using quite a bit of it. But yes, moving processor production off-world would be a good idea. But what makes me sad is that I can't use my fancy... Oh, maybe I can. Okay, so I do have these processor blueprints that I made earlier. So we're missing a lot of these materials, but we are actually making them. So the problem I have with some of these, so like broadband... Nope, broadband's actually fine. No, it's not. I don't have any of these quantum chemical plants. There is... Oh, I think it's turbines. Yeah, turbine needs these plane smelters, which I can't make because I don't have the unipolar magnets, because they are from basically the edge of the galaxy. But I could make processors once I upgrade my blueprints. So I think maybe what I should do is move this, and I can do it from this view. That's quite nice. Yeah, let's move you there, actually. So we're going to upgrade that. It shouldn't take long, looking at that. And then I could actually, yeah, use this blueprint. Why do I have 2 of the Mark III conveyor belts in this? Oh, yeah. Maybe they're doing really good work. Maybe those 2 conveyor belts are really important. We'll see when I put it down. Okay. So yeah, maybe next stream, we will go and try and clear off that other planet. It's scary. That's why I don't want to do it, because it's scary, but it needs to be done. And then I won't have this issue that I've got with my silicon delivery being not able to keep up. Okay. What I could also do for that problem is increase capacity. Somewhere. Where are you? Logistics carrier capacity. Yeah, this again, like I've been slacking on researching this. So let's key that. Speed seems to be doing all right. Yeah, let's move you down there. Okay. I'm not gonna, like I was tempted to move that there, but I'm not gonna bother. They should both go fairly swiftly, in theory. Right. Pathing is done for the time being, other than quickly deleting that, because the broken sorcerer is annoying me. There we go. Okay. And then let's go back to the marketplace. Are you tempted in your hardcore world just to go in all of the caves? Even though that would be a terrible idea and probably lead to your demise? Because I would be. I would be tempted. Which is probably why I don't play hardcore, because A, I lack situational awareness. And B, yeah. The voices in my head tell me to do dangerous things. In video games, not in real life. And I'm too tempted to listen to them. Anyway, I have my list. Drains. Logistics drains. That's what I want to make. Because I did pick a few up, but these you can see how many hats I have and all the little drains flying around, so these are definitely necessary. Okay, so the engines are used for the prototypes, which I also want to be making. And they use mag coils and copper ingots. Both of which I have in this general vicinity. So I think I can stick my engine production down here. You tried, there were already 3 zombies, a spider and 2 skeletons waiting for you. Yeah, that would make me nope out of there as well. That would definitely be met with a, ooh, well, not today, thank you. Right. Let's do this. Yep. Oh, I didn't actually mean to build 2 of those. There was a little bit of lag there. Okay, I want to make an engine, please. So I need copper going in, and then I need to bring these mag coils round. And you'll see that I've pretty much given up on trying to make things tidy. You just full? Yeah, these are just full. It's fine. I need a power pole. I was seeing if there was one that I could grab easily, and then my vision failed me. There we go. Power pole. Okay, so I did have a thingy for engines over here, but the engines, basically, you just get them from the dark fog, and because I'm not farming the dark fog for materials anymore, that's not really gonna happen. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is feed these directly into a depot. And then I can branch them off to where I need them. How are we doing for time? We're doing all right for time. But I'm going to need to go and grab a drink shortly. Again, I think I'll just do a quick run to the tap rather than actually do a proper break for it. Okay, so the prototypes need a load of random materials. I think these little drones should be better. Yeah, okay, so that needs iron and processors, and I should have both of those reasonably nearby. Yeah, the processors is a little bit awkward, as you can see. Although I think, actually, I should be able to take this output around this way instead. Don't know why I didn't do that first time around. Yeah, and then I can delete this. Okay, that is actually using these. Do I have any of these bots on me? Okay, I'm being blind apparently. Okay, I don't think I did. I think I just picked up 200 and then put them straight back in. I don't think I had any in my inventory. Right, so you're now sad. Hopefully I can fix that. I can fix you. There we go. Cool. Right, are you going... No. Not that it really matters, because again, the main purpose of this is just over time it'll fill up while I'm busy doing other things. What I want to do is dump off my thingamabobs. There we go. Okay, that's backed up nicely. Had 2 trident drowned eek encounters. They let baby drowned. Gurgles. I've never heard that term for baby trident drowned. It's far too cute for the murderous monsters that they are. Alright, so I'm going to stick down one of these machines. Assembler. And this is going to be making me logistics drones. Logistics bots, sorry. That's the logistics drone. It's the bot that's the tiny one. Even though in the real world this is what drones actually look like, more or less. I think that's probably because these were added way before these ones. So, never mind. Right, I shall stop rambling for maybe 20 seconds. And then get some processors coming out here. So I'm going to hook this up and then I'm going to go grab a drink quick. There we go. And then output here. So I'm not actually sure how this game prioritizes outputs. So I'm a little concerned about just hooking it directly into that engine machine. So I figured if it's hooked up to the depot, hopefully it will have a constant supply. And then I just need an output for this. So yeah, that's too close. That's fine. That should work though. And now we can get some bots going in there. All right, 30 seconds while I go and grab a drink. Right, I have returned. So I can tick off my logistics drones. And then I just need to work out what I need. So basically I want to make all of these ones. And these 2 require that as like a base input for both of them. Oh yeah, I should also see... Okay. Destroy. So it's more of this frame material, which isn't really that bad to make. I don't know why, I just hate making it. I mean, again, it uses silicon, so I'm not going to bother with that at the moment because silicon supply is an issue. Although I am now on that carrier upgrade. Okay, and strange matter, which I'm not really making at any particularly high rate right now. Nighttime, oh great. Gurgle could have followed you on land, yep, because that's what they do. Everyone knows how fast baby zombies are. They are super fast. You were faster, yeah. Panic gave you wings, I think they're far enough away for it to despawn. That is lucky. Because yeah, I don't know if it would have one-shot you, but it would have certainly done a whole chunk of damage. And then at nighttime you just need like a little skelly that you didn't see hiding behind a tree to finish you off. Alright, so I need a load of random stuff to make this prototype. So iron I do have in the near vicinity. Circuit boards I have here. And then I definitely don't have the plasma exciters. Okay, so both of those need circuit boards, which is interesting. Okay. So yeah, I think I might want to build my normal prototype drone down here. Can I fit? I think I can fit an assembler and a depot in this space, maybe. I mean, I guess I can always rejig this line if needed. What to do. So yeah, I think I need to put in a splitter here. So I can take some iron off of this. Get an assembly machine going. And then you can make normal prototypes. I mean, yeah. I was going to say I don't know if I really need these, but I think if I'm going to take on that planet that's full of the fog, then I am going to want to be producing all this stuff. And I probably would also need to be producing this stuff as well. Ugh. Okay. I think, looking at this, so a lot of this stuff shares what it needs. So it seems like it would be... probably makes sense to have like one area for defense production, in which case I might want to plan this out a bit more sensibly. So maybe I just leave this. And it's not because I don't want to do it. That's not the case. Not that I'm scared. Plus defense. So I never remember if it's a C or E in defense, and I don't know if it depends on whether you're using it as a... That's an S in there. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this on the back burner. We are going to make defenses another time. Plus defense, plus ammo. And probably what it would be useful to do is to actually have that going into planetary logistics or intraplanetary logistics stations so that I can request them when I'm off-world. I was actually wondering about these conveyor belts as well. Like, should I have those going into interplanetary logistics and then I never have to get or worry about running out? Not sure. Not sure on that one. I think it would probably be better just to set them up here so that I'm always stocked up. But for the ammo, where I don't always want them in my inventory, then maybe it would be a good idea to have that being sent around. Possibly. Okay, yeah, I might as well just leave that there as a placeholder. Okay, so the next thing on my list was the water pump. Which I think needs cogs and some other random weird stuff. And I also, so I want to make the storage tank, but that can probably go with these other depots and possibly with this research. Matrix lab, not sure. Have I watched, you keep asking me if I've watched Zed's latest video. A sheep poop machine. Of course Zed made a sheep poop machine. No, I have not, but I will. Oh dear. I suppose dyes don't work for poop. Is he using cocoa beans? Because I assume the dyes don't work as well now that they've added the little tray. Unless you like re-scooped poop. Okay, water pump. I still wish that you could pin recipes in this game. So I need a motor, I need a circuit board, I need stone slabby jabby, brick rather, and I need iron ingots. Okay. I do have motors there. So I've got motors, circuit boards, and iron. And then the last thing I needed was slabs. Bricks, rather, which are over here. And here I would need to send motors down this way. Is there anything else that needs motors that I'm about to build? Is my question. A water pump turbine, that defense thingy-mabob. Okay, so I should have some motors going down to this sorter here. Yes. Okay. Because yeah, I would like the water pump to be over here with my other facilities, ideally. So if I'm looking to pick up stuff, I kind of like stuff to be sensibly grouped. So this is like all my logistics stuff. And then I've got various buildings. Power is all pretty close together. And then this is more for like raw materials. And then I've got all the flying stuff over here. So yeah, I like trying to keep things at least vaguely organized. Using brown concrete powder. Cycles back into the machine using a piston feed tape. Okay. Yeah. So is it like a pixel art sheep, and then the concrete powder drops out of it? Yeah, that's what it's done, isn't it? Oh dear. Gotta love Zed, but his brain does not work like most people's brains work. Makes a very entertaining videos, but yeah, there's something wrong with that boy. I don't actually know if he's older than me or not. I don't think I've ever heard. Like, I know that, just on a random Hermitcraft tangent. But I know Skiz and Impulse are like a few years older than me. But I'm not... What on earth have I done there? You see what I'm seeing? I'm so sorry. Why are you... What have I done? I must have accidentally clicked reverse path? Or something? Oh dear. Okay. It looked weird because it was broken. Fair enough. There we go. Right, fix that. Not that it's a problem for right now, but it would have been a problem. Okay. Didn't want to copy it exactly. The peep machine was too funny to leave about. Peeps when the game ends. I'm sure everybody will appreciate that. Question mark. Right. Let's stop talking about sheep poop for 10 seconds. So I want a water pump. So I need motors. Okay, apparently I built this right in the way, which definitely seems like something I would do. Okay, what I could do... Ugh. I despair. I despair at myself sometimes. Just gonna put that out there. Right, what do you actually need? Yeah, a load of random weird stuff. That's what you need. I'm just wondering if I want to move. Maybe instead of doing it like this. Okay, I'm gonna have to, delete that. Maybe I do this, and then I can have the circuit boards going in here and out the top. You're not happy. That's fine. Let's try and make you happy. Not like that. What is wrong with you? Oh. I think I was coming out of the wrong... No, I want to come out of... Yes. Down there. Okay, that's working. Yeah, because if I'm putting a splitter there anyway, even if I'm not using it, I might as well have it as a through route. There are, so I know you don't watch other Dyson Sphere content, but there are people that have like a really nice lattice system. So everything is like really spread out in their market. So it's not this complete jumbled mess of conveyor belts. But I think, I think my system has a certain charm of its own. If you like things being a complete and utter mess, of course. Right, can you come out of the right place, please? Please. Okay, I'm going to have to do it like that and then modify it later. Because it was clashing with something or the other. Oh, no. And I don't think... No, there's no undo function. Darn it. That's what I missed. What game is it? I think it might be Satisfactory that has an undo. Maybe it's Shapes. I don't know. It's definitely one that me and a friend have played. Because we both found that undo function really useful. It's like, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, you can only come out of up above. That's fine. I shall stop. Yeah, sometimes you just click on the wrong thing and then everything is terrible. Like this. So, yeah, okay. Crisis somewhat averted. Are you going into the right thing? Yes. I should probably put this up a level just so that it doesn't look quite so janky. Ah, can you connect, please? Right, no, there we go. Ah, okay. we are, it might not seem like it, but we are making progress. In spaghetti. Right, what level are you coming out of? Bottom level. That's fine. Yeah. I missed the undo function. But maybe it would just be too complicated. Because I think just randomly hop up here. I think in shapes you don't actually, there's no cost to building anything, if I remember correctly. You have to unlock stuff before you can build it. But it doesn't actually cost you anything to make. You don't have an inventory in that game. So unlike this where it would need to track all of the items that you deleted and put them all back. Yeah, maybe that's why it's easier to have an undo. Anyways. Not me getting distracted. Iron is coming out of there. So let's carry that on. And then I think I needed stone slabs. It's been so long I don't even remember what I was making. Yes, I need stone slabs. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Okay. They are along there. Okay, I might try and attach it. Can I attach? I'm not expecting you to know the other. Oh, I can. So I can attach a different shaped splitter, which is useful information. So I'm thinking maybe I take the stone slabs. Yep, along here. So where are they coming out? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is finish making my water pump, and then I would like to set up some like logistics stuff in here that gets auto refilled so that I never run out of conveyor belts again. Because that did make me sad. Alrighty, let's delete this stuff. And then we want to take this up. Ooh, that actually just like worked and didn't clash with anything. I am surprised. Oh, we've got a little bit of plaiting going on here. That's fine. Okay, so you can come along here and then need it to go down there. Ooh, yep. Okay, I'm gonna actually be careful and double check that what I'm deleting is what I want to be deleting. That would probably be a good plan. Did I want to... Yeah, I think I was planning to take it along this line for no apparent reason. But I think once something's in a lane, I should probably keep it in that lane. Otherwise, this is going to get even more of a mess. Okay. Oh, okay. That's probably not what I want to do. Yeah, I kind of want to get this out of here without clashing with anything else, and that might be impossible. No, have I done it? That's connecting to something. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna do it and then delete it later. Okay. Perfect? Question mark. Okay, I'm not sure it'll let me. Oh, it will let me. Okay, good. Yep. If if that's how you want to play it, you go ahead, my friend. Okay, so that's connected again. And then, come on. There we go. Connect this like that. Okay. So, theoretically, I have all of the materials that I need to make the water pump. Coming along here. What is... Okay, so I think I have an empty slot here, do I? Okay, I've got steel, which I'll probably need for something at some point. Maybe I should drag that across, actually. Okay, that doesn't... Nope. Forget it. I'll worry about that another day. Anyways. I want to do... I'm going to be so sad if I don't use any of these other materials for something else, because then I'm basically putting down one assembler and all of these conveyor lines for a single water pump. And that seems like wasted effort. But we'll see. Right. Water pump. And to be honest, water pumps aren't really something that I need a ton of, ever. So I have probably just wasted a load of time here. But never mind. I mean, in the end, it's a video game, so it's kind of always a waste of time. As long as you're having fun. And not playing video games where you should be doing something more important. Not that I'd ever do that. Okay, are you coming out of the right conveyor? Maybe? Maybe not. No. I did not want more circuit boards. I wanted some motors, please. Yes, this should be right. Or correct. Can you go on that line? Yes, thank you. Now we go all the way to the ground. Okay, so that is 2 of the things that I needed. And then I should be able to get iron out of this one. And then stone slabs out of another one. And of course, we've been going so well. And of course, now I need a power pole. Okay, yep. Stone slabs are going in here. We go up a level? Yep, okay. It's a little bit weird because it's not just I press it once and it goes up. I have to keep pressing. Okay, and now come out of there, not that high. Yeah. Yeah, not like that. Stop it. There. That hopefully will do, and then all the way to ground. Also, this would have been so much harder before they added in these weird vertical things, because you'd actually need like a decent amount of space to get it to go down to ground level after being that high up. So to be honest, I wouldn't have made it in this sort of this way. I'm not going to define what this way is, because maybe it would have been better if I hadn't have made it in this way. Okay. Yeah, let's get a little deeper going for my water pumps. And yep, we'll just make 1 stack of those. At least now I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So, 15 minutes left. And what I'm going to do is just stick some hats on these depots and make sure that I'm refilling necessary items. Okay, so first what I can do is set up all the items with minimum amounts. If I sort this, does that help? Yeah, it does actually. So I want at least... Probably 900 is too many. At least 600, that's 2 stacks. No, actually, let's go at least 300. 900 rather. Yeah. So at least 3 stacks, at most 4 stacks. It would actually be kind of handy if it did do it in stacks. I find this a little bit difficult to use. So this means that if I've destroyed a load of factories and my inventory is absolutely full of conveyor belts, then it will take them away from me, which is also kind of handy. Okay. So it's now telling me that I don't have as many conveyor belts as I should have. The one thing that bugs me is that stuff here doesn't automatically get used. And it would be so much better if it did automatically take from here. All right. So basically want the same. Can I copy this setting? No, that's just for modifying it. But yeah, basically for all of the conveyor belts, I want it to be the same setup. I could probably get away with fewer of the super fast conveyor belts because I've just not really been using them as much as I probably should. Yeah, let's do this one 600 to 900 so that it doesn't have a complete fit when I get it hooked up. 900, 900, at most 900. Okay. And then let's do some sorters. Probably like 200 to 300 for this one. I can click on it properly. Well, I guess I might as well do at most 400 because that's 2 full stacks. I don't really need it to be just worrying about half a stack in my inventory. Settings, that. Settings. Thank you. At least 200, at most 400, seems good. There we go. And then we've got those. Mark 2. Yeah, the pile sorters I might just do 100 to 200 because I don't use those as often as I should, really. They basically let you stack a lot of items on the same conveyor belt, so it's good for throughput, which I've been struggling with in some areas, so maybe I should start using the pile sorters. So yeah, we'll go at least 100, at most 200, because I don't think I'm ever going to use more than that in one sitting. And then I can have the splitters. At least 50. Can I do at most 50 as well, so that I always have exactly 50? Yeah. That'll work. Okay, and then I need to put hats and drones on these. And by hats, I of course mean the logistics distributor. Right, let's get rid of you, and then you are going to be conveyor belts, and we do not distribute to other distributors, but we do need to give you some bots. There we go. Probably doesn't need 10 bots, but I'm making them automatically anyway, so this means that I get filled up super fast. Oh, except that's a assembler machine, not a conveyor belt. I will also set this up for the assembler machine though. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I stick this directly on here, does it know what item it's got? Well, I didn't copy that. I picked it fresh. And it's still giving me a conveyor belt. Sort, please. And then...
Congratulations. You've obtained metadata,
Ooh.
a reward from CentreBrain for uploading matrices. Metadata is a more advanced information carrier instantiated from matrices, and it has more complicated data structure. Use it to buy out technologies, or convert it back as the corresponding matrices. Keep uploading matrices to obtain more metadata. Open the stats panel for detailed calculation rules.
I don't really know what that does. I mean, I know it's how I rezzed myself right at the start when I was doing science with the dark fog and I died horribly. But yeah, generally, I'm not sure why it's decided that I'm generating matrices now. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if you spotted, but all those little bots have come in and filled me up with conveyor belts. And possibly also sorters, now that I've got those on. So I needed splitters as well, because it's good to have some of those. Yeah, so this one has worked now, which is nice. But yeah, I probably could just put one logistics bot in here for stuff that's small, because 10 is kind of a waste. Can I get these back? Can I? No. They're trapped forever. Oh, hello. Maybe I was just lagging. Yeah, I don't know if it's... I'm being finicky, I think. I think the time it takes me to select one logistics bot, it's not worth it compared to just, you know, just stacking them all up and building more. Anyways, right. Get you on there. Get you on there. Get you on there. So now I'm getting automatic refills, which is very handy. I will never run out of things again. I wish I remembered how to open up my inventory when I'm like looking at the logistics distributor. All right, look at him go. Okay, so nicely stocked up. I need the pile sorter still with a little hat. Where am I? What? Am I not making pile sorters? Oh no, there you are. What? The confused noises. Okay, I'm making pile sorters, but I'm not putting them in a depot, which means that I can't automatically extract them from a depot. Right. How am I going to do this? Can I fit it? I can't fit a depot in there. I didn't think I'd be able to be honest, but I've confirmed. What I might do is just snake around there somewhere, potentially. Let's... Yeah, this is... So I've picked up a brand new depot from here, but it's still acting as I've copied it from somewhere, which is interesting. Can you just go down, please? Thank you. And yeah, it's got this... It's not like an actual proper fresh depot. Okay, we only need one stack of pile sorters. And yeah, it's telling me that I don't have splitters because they're all here rather than in my actual inventory. So let's drag... Oh, I don't really want to drag all of them out. Okay, and apparently I don't have... Oh, I didn't put a hat on it. Anyway, yeah, let's drag those into my inventory anyway. So yeah, it would be so much better if you could actually use it from here. But I think maybe... the way they've done it is because of inventory management, because this can stack up like crazy high. So I would just never have to worry about inventory space if I've just got like, I don't know what the maximum is actually. Let's move this one. Oops. So yeah, theoretically I could still like nearly 9,000 titanium or something in this area. Yeah, I don't know. For quality of life wise, it would be so much easier if it actually worked so that you could use things from here rather than having to drag them out when you run out. Anyway, mini rant over. Hopefully this works. Oh, of course it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. Why would it work? Will it work from this end? Nope, 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 nope. Oop. Yes, okay. So we're going to get some power sources going on, and then give you a hat as well. Why not? You get a hat too. Everyone gets a hat. And that hat that has no power. That's fine. Told you I was going to sing along. I've been good so far. I made most of the stream without really singing along to the music. There we go. Okay. We're chewing through all of those bots, so it's a good job that I'm making more. Right. Gatherers, I'm not too worried about because usually, and this might come back to bite me, but usually if I'm going to somewhere where I need resources, I will make sure that I have gatherers before I go. So might as well get these assemblers in. So Mark 1 assembler, Mark 2 assembler. So I want at least... I do anyone? No, at least 25. At most 50, which is going to be 1 stack. And then same for these dudes. Although these, I might just want a full stack of them. I don't know. No, actually. Maybe both of them I'll go for a full stack. There we go. Okay, and that's not refilled because I've already got... Right, research. I can see all planetary reserve now. So yeah, I do want to add in power poles and wind turbines and stuff down here. Possibly like the logistics stations would be useful, but I'm not sure. But anyway, power is going to be the priority. Yeah, this is limited. Oh, interesting. You can just also, you can turn all of them on and off. That's might be handy if I'm doing a big blueprint, because then it will keep trying to take stuff out if it thinks it's overflow, even if I know I want it later. Anyway, getting distracted. So yeah, these are all the slots that I can do this kind of thing with. So you are limited on how much you can auto replenish. So yeah, probably just do my power supplies and then we'll see how many slots I have left. But what I want to do to finish up is, there we go. Had to let the brain load. Have a look and see what the fog's up to. Stop it. Stop landing new stuff on there. Have a look at where our unipolar magnet is. Oh, can I zoom out even more? Okay, sorry, I've zoomed out too far. But you get to see the Milky Way once it loads, which might take a while. Yeah, this really... Whoops. I don't think I can stop it now, though. We're going into deep space. I don't know where it gets this cluster data from. But, yeah. I think, I could be wrong, but I think this is like some sort of representation of people's worlds. Yeah, look at me. So that's where we currently are. This is my stream save. And then this is the location of my solo player save, then, presumably. Although I do actually have more than one solo player save, so I'm not sure how it works that out. But yeah, I think this is like a representation of all the different people playing Dyson Sphere. Not sure what's going on over here. Might be someone who's like super good at the game. Yeah, I don't know how they designed this, but it's pretty cool. Look at all of this stuff. 2 million Dyson spheres that have been built. Anyway, yeah, that's just a view of the CentreBrain. Let's exit out of that because I actually just want to stay in my own. So, oh, look. The stupid hive getting to places. Right. Unipolar magnet. By the black hole. Yep, that seems like a great idea. Oh, look at all. They've got 2 hives. They've got 2 hives out here. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Oh, I did actually want to be still in map view. So yeah, I don't know how far away that was. I can't remember if it told me from my current location. Right, let's try not to zoom out to the Milky Way. That looks slightly closer. So generally these neutron stars, black holes, are the ones that have unipolar magnets, but they're also like really far away. So yeah, that one is definitely closer. And I don't think any of these type of stars. So I think it's just the purple ones that have unipolar magnets on. How much does that have? It's only got 800. So I think, again, I had this conversation with my friend because I've got a planet like this, which just has a ton of unipolar magnets, maybe even more than that. And his seed, he had a really low amount, so he'd never bothered using them. I was just like, I've got tons. I'm never going to run out. And then it's like, oh, you actually just don't have that many in your system. Here we go. Yeah, this is 17 light years away. And the furthest that I've been is this one, which is only 4 light years away. And that was struggling with my power generation. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get there anytime soon, but at some point I definitely want that because then I can make the better smelters. And that'll make me happy. Right, anyway. That is the end of the stream. So I have done... Did I actually... Yeah, I did actually make the water pump. So I can cross that off my list. I have crossed 4 things off my list. And one of those I'd already built. So it's definitely not been as productive in regards to the marketplace as I planned. But I'm still happy. Still happy with what I've achieved this time. So yeah, I will just say thanks for watching. Next Monday, I'm thinking something Minecrafty. I say think because I don't want to do more bamboo farm because that's basically done. So I'm not entirely sure what I'd do in Minecraft. We'll see. Keep an eye out. I'll do something. And then next Wednesday, Dyson Sphere, probably setting up defenses and ammo production and prototype drone production so that I can then get ready to take back that planet from the dark fog. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching and I hope I will see you next time. Goodbye. You have a suggestion. Okay, quickly type your suggestion. Don't worry about lag or latency in chat. Can I get out? Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream, but I am still going to watch chat. So I will see what you post. Assuming it lets you post, actually. No, I'm just going to stay here. But yes, the stream is ended. I'm just waiting for your iron suggestion. Shh. I've built build a shulker farm on the realm. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I will consider it, is what I'm gonna say. If you know of a good bedrock shulker farm, send it my way so I can check the video out. Otherwise I can do a little bit of research. But yeah, I don't mind making a shulker farm, depending on the mechanics and how bad they are. And yeah, shulker shells are always useful. Okay, right. Yeah, I'll have a think and you'll see, because there'll be a well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if that's what I'm planning to do, and if I need any help with the resources or anything like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.